Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Amalgam Ash, and this is Journey for the Crown. It likely will be the last episode, as I was kindly informed by the developer that we are very, very close to the end of the demo, but we're going to go ahead and jump in, see what we can experience, and then see how we can follow this project. One thing I really like, gameplay tips. Potions are essential to your survival. Find, craft, and stack up potions of the same kind and place in your hotbar for quick usage when in a pinch. Most potions are for your vital regeneration, but some can be used for stat increases and are permanent and very rare. Ensure you pick your favorite companion or greet it on yourself, as they are consumed and gone for good. That tells me that there are potions that can be used for stat increases, which is nice. An alternative to leveling up. It also tells me that we can craft as well as find these potions, and we can even stack them. It's also nice to be able to put them on the hotbar. I believe we will be getting into, I think, a combat very soon. I don't think I had used the arrow keys before, but it looks like they moved the camera around. All right, so the developer very kindly commented on last video and the video before and gave me some pretty helpful tips. My Arcane Blast is something I'm going to continue to use. I should have better heal spells. My healer, let's go ahead and select him. Select. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. I was told to look at Aldous' other skills. He has a debuff, harm, cast an offensive spell dealing initial magic damage to a single target, and also deal magic damage over time for a set amount of time. This ability requires no ability points. We will drop that on his hotbar. And we have other heal spells, Bravery and Heal, instead of just Quick Heal. Bravery casts a magical spell healing completely with initial health on any single target, and also increases the endurance rate of that target for a set amount of time. So we'll drop that one here. I'm not very good at lateral hotbar placement because I'm not very good at using the number pad for my skills in any game. But I'll get used to it over time, and then I'll figure out where I would like these to be relative to my fingers. Ability details: cast a healing spell on a friendly single target. Ability points required 1. There we go. That is how we will do that. I think we are kitted and ready to go. Which is good, because I feel like this battle is about to happen. As you approach the king, you become aware that he is in danger. It appears the king and his guards are trapped in some sort of magic spell.
What we do?
The guards look around frantically for any clue on breaking the spell. The king, unable to break free of the spell, weighing him down breathlessly, begs for help.
Assume battle formations. We're under attack.
The guards begin to look about, noticing something from above.
Protect the king.
Suddenly, a large, shadowy figure darkens the sky as it descends. The dirt and dust blowing around catch your eyes, blinding you for an instant. Are we going to fight a dragon? I would like if the spoken lines could always be at the beginning, and if there is pretext to any of the spoken lines, that it happens in a separate dialogue box just before the dialogue box that contains the spoken line. Because this way, I'm not getting two different messages, or at least messages from two different points in the dialogue. Oh yes. Yes, hello there. Who's a good boy? It's you. Oh. Oh god.
Your power fades, king, and mine grows. Who are you? Release me from.
The pain increases drastically for the king, and all while he was distracted, his crown began to move towards the intruder, as if it was being pulled by an invisible rope. Awesome animation. It may be tiny, but that doesn't mean that there's less work put into it.
Long have I waited for this moment. It is now mine, and what was once destroyed will be brought back, reforged in its true form.
The king collapses to the ground. The pale-looking intruder looks over at you and your companions and mounts an attack immediately. The magical spell slams against you and your team. Aldous and Colin fall instantly to its power, while you stand unscathed.
Fascinating. Whatever your guise is, it won't last long in the new world. Your time will come soon enough.
The intruder swiftly escapes on his dragon while you look around stunned at the sheer amount of death at your feet. You are unsure of what to do next. The king slowly reclaims his health and looks about distraught over the amount of bodies surrounding him in the short blank of time in his memory. The crown is gone. Guards, Aldous, no! Which that was spoken. But the king appears to be gathering what strength he has remaining and begins casting a spell. Within seconds, the guards, Aldous and Colin all ascend from death, and the king collapses to the ground in sheer exhaustion.
Your Majesty, are you alright?
The guards, Aldous and Colin, all resolved and brave, stand up as if nothing happened. An incredible spell of life returns them with courage and might. One of the guards says, "Your Majesty, are you alright?" while they all run to his side quickly. The king breathes heavily and is unconscious. The guards carefully transport the king to his chambers, where he remains unconscious. And that's the end of the demo. Thank you for playing the demo game for Journey for the Crown. This is just the beginning of a massive adventure between good and evil. Please consider supporting development by wishlisting and purchasing the game in the future. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks again for playing the demo. So, we can go to the main menu, and yeah, that is it for Journey to the Crown. However, there's something I want to show you, so stay put. Journey for the Crown has a Patreon where you can go to directly support the development of the game, and there are 7 tiers, and there's quite a bit being given back to the patron for this Patreon. This wasn't the easiest Patreon in the world to find. I had to go to Journey for the Crown's website, which pushes its Twitter and Steam and YouTube channels, which we'll get to those in a bit, but not really its Patreon. It's more of a passing mention. So I hope that those who are not aware can help be made aware that the Patreon is here, and I would definitely recommend that that gets pushed icon format up next to the other socials. But anyways, there's 7 tiers here, and they've all got pretty unique rewards associated with them. There's some stuff that will allow you to have an NPC named after you, give you the ability to create your own quest. We'll get into those and just read these kind of verbatim. For $2 a month, you have access to the Loyal, and that's just the Patreon news feed and other significant news meant for subscribers. And then you're just being a part of a growing game and contributing to its development. The Familiar is $5 a month. You can receive recognition for your help building the title by having your name in the credits. Earn your name at the top by donating the most. While that sort of thing doesn't matter to me much, the placement of name and title, I could see that being kind of an incentivizing reward, and I can see it being pretty easy to do. Patreon will let you take your list of patrons and basically sort the list by most paid year to date. The Ally for $7.50 a month. This one's cool. You'll start to gain access to monthly giveaways through scripts, code for C# and Unity 3D engine, or 3D assets if you're into that sort of thing. You'll have an NPC named after you, and you'll also have benefits from Tier 1 and 2. Patreon news feed and name in the credits specifically. For $10 a month, you can donate your idea to the title by creating a quest. We're flexible on what you can do, so be creative in a fantasy way. Some restrictions must apply, so you can actually write a quest. That's the Scholar tier. The Boss tier is $20 a month. You can choose your own boss and its side quest details. With this, you'll also pick from a list of abilities to mix and match, creating the most formidable boss you're able to muster. Some restrictions apply. And that includes the benefits from Tier 1 and 2. For $25 a month, you get the Actor. Create a player character whom is part of the game. Pick his or her starting abilities, armor and weapon types, base stats, class, and of course backstory. That is the coolest one to me. But if you'd really like to inject all of your creativity and support into the game and get the Scholar, the NPC, the Boss, and the Actor, it's not called the NPC, the Ally, the Scholar, the Boss, and the Actor, you can subscribe to the King tier for a one-time $40 a month, and you will receive the benefits in all of the previous categories. So you'll be able to create an NPC as well as a PC, a boss, and a quest. That's pretty cool. That is really, really cool. If you're the creative type, that's something that I would like to do, actually. I could see myself subscribing and then throwing all of this stuff, throwing in my OCs and lore that I hope could be adapted to the game itself. That is, in my opinion, the way to go if you have a Patreon for a game like this. It helps make the game more the players, and then when they play it, they'll feel more of that personal connection. But let's go check out the YouTube real quick. So Journey for the Crown has a YouTube channel. This is where you can follow and get all of the updates in the form of devlogs for the game, and they are actually pretty informative and really, really cool to see. They show you that this game is being worked on far beyond what is available in the small demo that I have played, and that's a good thing for a CRPG. You want your CRPGs to be nice and very full of content. We see that this stretches back about a year, which might be how long this game has been in development. The YouTube channel seems to have videos 3, 4, and 5 years ago, but those are more tutorial focused for Unity 3D. But this is where it's at now. Journey for the Crown. You should go subscribe to that channel. So it is at this point I need to give credit to 2 people for bringing this lovely gem to my attention. One is my wife, who was watching YouTube one day and saw this game on one of the channels that she watches, one of the channels that we both watch from time to time, and showed it to me, recommended it to me, and when I saw the retro look and how it played, I thought, yeah, I do need to check that out. And the second person being Wolfheart FPS. Wolfheart FPS, despite the name, is a YouTube content creator who, well, yes, he does play first-person shooters, but I would say primarily he focuses more on RPG and CRPG type content. He did a lot of Elden Ring. He did a lot of Outward back in the day, which is actually how we stumbled across him, because we got Outward, and that game was awesome when it first dropped, and it's something I really need to get back into because I only played it for several hours and then stopped for God knows why. I never got the time to get back into it. And right now, really, really heavily focused on Baldur's Gate 3, as well as a bunch of other titles. So I would encourage you to check out Wolfheart FPS. I also somehow completely forgot to cover that Journey for the Crown has an active Twitch channel. I'm going to link that in the description below as well. You can also follow Journey for the Crown on Twitter, and I'll put all the links in the description below so you can check that out. All right, guys, that's it for me. Bye for now.